Say and spell your name.
Lidice, that's my name, Lidice.
Okay, and how do you spell it?
Lidice.
Great. We do that for the editor so we can be sure that we give you the appropriate spelling of your name. But where did you grow up?
Well, I'm from the south of Mexico. I'm from a little place named Campeche. And it's just exactly direct from Louisiana directly to to Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula. So it's in the Gulf of Mexico. So we are exactly direct, friend each other. Yeah.
What are the odds then? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I know. I never believed to come to Louisiana to live. I mean, for me, it's just very similar, like my hometown. It's a lot of, it's like a small town. Everybody knows each other. Everybody wave. It's just like very family town, and we love that one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, did you live there the whole time before you lived in Louisiana, or what was your life like? I guess you could say your routes.
No. To make shortly, my family sent me to Canada 1 year to study English, and I think that was my first time that my mind up and start looking at other things around world.
Sure.
And then I came back to Mexico and I started just thinking about to just, I want to do another thing. I want to travel. I was just like hungry about life. And I was doing my bachelor degree in communication. Yeah. And then I decided to go to Europe to study my master's degree in Spain. Oh, wow. And I was living there for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, how old were you when you went to Canada and had your world opened up?
I was 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like in that age that, it's like could be worse or could be good. My mom was very worried about that, but I'm a good girl. I think so. Yeah.
Still had fun though, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So from Mexico to Canada to Spain, how did you end up in Louisiana is the big question.
I know a lot of people ask me that, like, you went to a lot of places, and when you travel and you start looking at another culture, you feel comfortable in any place. And that's why I think like God is super benevolent with me, because I got that opportunity to travel to another places, and my mind start like, settle up and start thinking about the other person, how they live, the culture, be more open. And then when my husband, because I married and I moved here, that's the real main reasons that I left everything behind and I decided to move to Lafayette. I didn't know anything. I just remember when he told me he was moving from from California to Lafayette. As well, it's a big change, And I said, well, I want to see how it is. And I came, I visited like a tourist. We was doing different tours around different companies, looking there, And I mean, I like the way there is like a town, but it's still like a city. It's just something like you have everything, but it's very familiar. Yeah.
So out of all of the places you lived, what has been your favorite, or maybe ones that just give you that special feeling?
Well, obviously Barcelona for me make a very big change in my life, but I am in love of London. England is just my favorite place. Yeah. But I mean, all of the places have a special thing, and when they touch you, they keep always in a little part of your heart.
Definitely. So, assuming that, I mean, obviously your parents encouraged you to go to a far place, and that would have made such a big impact in your life, and maybe in other ways, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, do you consider them mentors in your life, or were there other mentors in your life since you've had such a broad life? Are there people in your life that helped you along your way?
Well, my mom was like the only one that she was always, I think that she raised us, me and my brother, like we can do anything that we want. Like we don't have any limits in our life. But as well, she was a little worried because, well, come on, what's going to happen with these two? I mean, if I leave and, go far away. But we did very well. We got values, and we always likes to help people and study and do our duty as well. So I think like behind all our character is just like mom thing, you know, like the family thing. And like Hispanic, we are as well like Louisiana people, we are very, very family compenetration. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Great. All right, I'm going to change gears for just half a second, and we'll talk about AOC. So tell me how you first got involved with AOC.
Well, I had been in Louisiana in Lafayette for almost 4 years. And when I came here, I started doing like volunteer time with different associations. Between that volunteer time, I started knowing people around. I think it's the best thing when you move to another place, give you a little bit of your time to another ones, and that makes you make connections and networking. So I remember I met one of my, like I can say my little mom here, and she introduced me with Miss Vicky Bavano. She is a Hispanic girl. She came almost, I think, 20, 30 years ago, and she started Nuestro Mundo Latino, the Spanish TV program, in 2005. And I got an appointment with her, and we just set out, and we was talking about like to do something more fresh, improvement, something like, you know, I'm still learning too, so we just start hanging out, and that's we make it happen. And it's a beautiful thing because you have these beautiful installations, and the most important thing is you share with us this area to speak, to be freedom, you know, like, and I think it's just very important.
Okay. What was your first impression of AOC?
I never expect to have a very well prepared area to different, you know, like we have radio, we have post-productions, we have like everything here is already set up, ready for us. The people who work here is amazing. I have one little person that we always call him to help us in the program, and if it wasn't with him, we couldn't make it. But even that, I got very short time coming here, like almost less than a year, and it's just the people is super friendly from the front door until everybody here, like to you and everybody. Yeah. And it's just, you know, it's always important to have this our area to speak, to just communicate something. And I really believe that our Hispanic culture, Hispanic community needs something that to be identified.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah.
So along those same lines, do you have a dream project that you would want to work on or to produce? And I can assume that it would obviously have something to do with Hispanic culture and getting information out there, but maybe there's something else.
Well, it's more like my personal project that I'm working right now. But yes, if it's possible, I would like to say like, will be amazing that we can make a very big group of Hispanic community and start working to not only communicate news, work in our culture, promote the culture of different countries, the people that is living here, and showing from American people how we are, and as well we, you know, have like a feedback for everybody. Yeah. So I was just thinking to have like probably a little program in a TV that we can, you know, share everything about us. That will be awesome as well. Yeah. Like a little bit like a travel or it's more cultural. Yeah, I think it's very educational as well.
It is, yes, definitely. For the rest of us here, definitely too. Yeah. Let's see. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the year? We have a few months left, or almost a few months.
Well, I think we need to make more programs in our Nuestro Mundo Latino, but as well, I think we are in the position that we need to open more this position for another young generation. Hispanic community can be separate, needs to be integrated, and I think like we can just make this embrace between us and the young American that wants to learn Spanish, you know, like a very group that everybody embrace their own personal life.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So let's see. What are you reading right now?
Well, not so much reading person. More business magazines.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more like articles about business
Sure.
and empower women and
Yeah.
something like that. I'm more like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to ask you, but maybe I'm assuming. But what do you do for a living here too?
Well, since I married, I start to leave everything behind because
wow.
I had 10 years in golf course manager in Mexico. So for me, it was very, very difficult to, make a pause on my career, my professional career, and just jump again in another country and start over. Because
that's a full-time job.
I mean, we need to assume like when you change for a country, even if you are prepared or not, even if you have education or not, you are starting over. And it's very, very difficult for the people who came here and they are prepared, but the people who are not and they don't know the language is more difficult.
Right.
I think is if you live here and you don't speak English, it's something like it makes you 10 steps back behind you. And well, that's why I realized that I need to start doing like different help with different associations.
Okay. Sure.
And I was for a time helping the Latin Music Festival.
Sure.
That's why I met my partner right now. And we opened the last year a company. It's an event planner company. And we want to start doing like even the social events. We are doing the corporate events as well.
Very cool.
So we are in that process that we are, flying away of our dreams.
It's very cool. I like it.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to talk about some fun stuff for a second. Let's see. Music-wise, let's talk music. So I'm very curious. If let's say you have to create one playlist for the rest of your life, and it can include multiple people and bands, who is on it?
Wow. Basically, most of our Hispanic music is just amazing. Salsa, merengue, all of this. We used to hear more salsa in the south of Mexico than in the north. It's more like another kind of music. Like any country, we have different kind of or type of culture. But as well, jazz. I mean, I grew up with, there's a name, oh wow, he got a daughter, and my mom always put that DVD in the car every morning. I can't remember the name. It's sorry, Natalie Cole. Natalie Cole. Yes, Natalie Cole. He passed away, and she made a DVD with his father in the back sound. Oh my God, that was beautiful. I think I was like 11, 12 years old. And I mean,
that's
my
magical
mom,
at that age almost.
Yeah, and that's why every time that I go to New Orleans or I'm in Louisiana and all the festival, I'm just enjoying everything. But yeah, it's like put music, Hispanic music with jazz music and a little music for another parts that I hear, and just make a very like multicultural DVD. Like
definitely very cool.
Yes.
Let's see. When you were a child, what were your favorite books or movies or singers, superheroes, sports heroes, not superheroes, maybe so. What were your favorites? What stands out?
I love Wizard of Oz, and right now I'm enjoying with kids that I'm working to translate it because I translate. I'm interpreter in some in the school, Lafayette Parish School.
Oh, okay.
And I'm enjoying that one with the kids too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very cool. So as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up then? Did you always know that you wanted to be a businesswoman, or are there other, fun things that you always aspired to be?
Well, no, I can't remember, but probably because my mom had her own business, I always be in, like be kind of copy her or kind to be better than her. We always got like this lucky life that she got her business and inheritance for the family, and everybody was working in the family business for a long time. So business is part of our life. So
what type of business was it?
Insurance companies. Insurance companies.
Very cool. All right, we're gonna have some fun for a second. If you could have dinner with 5 famous people, who would they be?
Wow. I have no idea.
That's cool. No
Like
pressure.
shop.
Stop, won't do it.
Jacob.
Some people know.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool too. We like the real answers too.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't have idea. I mean,
yeah.
probably because I see everybody like it's just equal. I have that perception of life. I see everybody like the same as you. There's no like, some people looks like, oh, you are a superhero. You are like, I can't touch it. No, I see like everybody is just like, if we can learn about the others, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And I think I really believe like the only thing that you can share to the people is your knowledge. Mm-hmm. So knowledge is very important. They make you the difference when you are.
Definitely. Very cool. Let's see. What is your superpower?
I hear that one. Okay. I could say I multitask and I make people in my jobs they always say like I was like a very good leader. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of person who likes to teach them how to do it and involve in the process. And I had very good experience with one of my first assistants. She never get in a plane before. I mean, she was in a, like, she didn't have a lot of opportunities like another people had in Mexico because, you know, our countries are like, if you have or you don't. Mm-hmm. And I remember I started teaching and sharing with her a lot of things, even the computer, even how to make a reservation, mm-hmm. even to talk with the director, even everything. Mm-hmm. And right now I'm super glad that when she write me every year, she say like, thanks about you because I have my own little company.
Oh, wow.
Thanks about you because I'm like a mom that can, you know, I think her husband came to the United States and never come back. So she never thought about him before. She never know about what happened to him. And she was alone with one little girl.
Oh, wow.
And you know, when we are like always dependent about a person who provide everything, economic and food or whatever, and you think that you can do anything, that makes me crazy. That for me doesn't exist. Yeah. So I think always when I saw that kind of person, I tried to push them. I tried to just make them like, you can't do it. It's mm-hmm. just can't. It's not in my vocabulary. It's just something like, you need to start, go for it, empowered. You can do it. Yeah. And more for the girls, you know, women sometimes can have difficult situations on life. And I like to embrace them. I like to motivate them.
Very cool. Yeah. It's a great superpower to have, though. Definitely. What is one thing about you that few people know?
About me?
Yeah, that you want to say on camera.
Oh, well, I could say sometimes I look tough, but I'm not. I'm like a human being. And I'm very, like very Hispanic, like, how can I say? I don't have words, but yeah. When you grow up in a professional life with men, because when I started in golf courses, I was like 26, 27, and all the general manager in golf courses are older than 50. And they know exactly what they are talking about, and they are managing people. And when you are in that position that you have 72 people under you, and they are from different age and for different type of, you know, girls, women, adults, and young, they are always looking at girls and they say, well, she's a woman, she's young, she don't know what she's doing. Mm-hmm. So at the first time of my first professional years, I was like very tough. I was very like, you know, like very mandatory girl. But then I started learning that in the best way that I show them my feelings, but be intelligent, they can start doing the things that I'm doing, mm-hmm. teaching them. And we we make a very good group, very big and very good group with them. I'm very proud of all the people that I work, that we are still in touch.
Yeah.
And they know the first years always is difficult when you say, no, you need to do this, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think my professional life marked me a lot. And I was very, very young for that time when I started, and I spent 10 years there.
Yeah.
So it's just like working with guys, with men in that position is just difficult. But you can show up how you are.
Definitely.
You know.
Definitely. All right, so let's talk about what inspires you.
Well, life. It's like I say before, it's impossible saying no to me. I mean, if you say no to me, it's something like, even you are not trying. Life is so big, it's so have different environments, have different people. You can cross in front of one person that you never thought that you are going to meet again in another situation. And it's just amazing how the magic of life is working. I mean, I think life, we need to live life better each day, but believe that it's just like a magic. And I don't know, I think it's just, I really believe in dreams and life.
Yeah, definitely get that vibe from you. Everything. It's you are very motivating.
Well, I was like, I was in my university, and one of our speakers from New York, she was Latin, and she came from New York. She was working, I don't remember if the convention center or something like that, and she was teaching us how to manage events, and she was teaching us how to do conventions and everything. And I remember she finalized the presentation with one quote about dreams, like Eleanor Roosevelt names the quote is, the future is for those who believe in the future is for those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And I really, that really touched me. You can do everything you want. You don't have nobody to say you no. The life is just like this. You can go forward for whatever your dreams is.
What are you most excited or passionate about?
Well, I know new people, always. Know new people and make life change to other ones. Because even if you don't change the life, they change you. That's something that I learned too as well in all these years. Like if you try to change them, the person who is learning is you from the other ones. So that's why grow together.
Yeah, that's a very, very good way to think about that, actually. How would you like to be remembered?
Well, just like a normal person, like just make a little change. If you change the mind of one person, I feel glad. If I can say like I like to, or I would like to help more my Hispanic community, if I just can change the mind of one person who wants to have his own company, who wants to study, he wants to travel, he wants to do new things, I will be pleased, just with one mind.
Very cool. Last question.
Thanks.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Wow, I can say very motivated, challenging, and I don't accept a no word in my life. Is no. I can accept a no word. Negative words are not on me.
It's not in you.
No. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this opportunity.